What's up, guys? It's William from Negronomy with another video. I know, you guys are tired of the Will Smith videos, but according to the YouTube algorithm, you guys like it, and y'all keep clicking on it, and you guys click this video so you can watch another Will Smith video. So shut up and just like the button. So y'all need to just quit complaining because y'all like these Will Smith videos. So quit complaining that there's too many Will Smith videos out there. But anyways, guys, before we get to the video, I want y'all to do something disrespectful for me, and make sure y'all slap the like. Make sure y'all do something so disrespectful that y'all slap that like button before we get into the video, alright? Thank you for all the people that were disrespectful and slapped that like button for the video. We're going to get right into it. We're going to go ahead and talk about Will Smith getting canceled, alright? Now, in any other situation, like if Will Smith slapped a white woman, if Will Smith slapped a white man, if Will Smith slapped a lgtbq or ST group, alphabet group, if Will Smith slapped a Jewish ethnic group, all those people, he would automatically get canceled. Why is it that when he slaps a black man, we're all here thinking what we should do? Gee willikers, what are we going to do? It's because black on black crime has been normalized and people no longer do the same type of response. You see? If Will Smith slapped any other person, we're not even talking about how tall the guy is, like Shannon Sharp. If it was me, you'll get into a fight. Will Smith is only going to slap someone that's smaller than him. No. Will Smith is only going to slap the right person that he knows he can get no repercussions from. And that's what we need to come to bear as black people. Even now, people are still talking about, is he going to get canceled? It's because we are not holding other black men accountable and responsible. And for the last 20, 30 years, you see this in rap music where they talk about stuff degrading black men and women, talking about violence that they're going to do to other black men and women. You could put it on YouTube and it'll never get, demonetized. As long as you put it to a beat, you can say whatever you can and you'll never see it getting demonetized or removed from Facebook, get removed from YouTube or Instagram. And because this black on black crime has been normalized, that's why there's no repercussions. So they're waiting for people from the own black community to remove people that we don't like. You can't rely on other communities to do this. That's why the Oscar writing a letter about they're gonna, to ask Will Smith to leave, but he refused, but nothing happened. So all of this correction has to come within our own community. So black men, we need to cancel Will Smith and make him, the poster boy of what happens that on the black and black crime. We can't take this anymore. Like, where's Black Lives Matter now? They're very silent. They're not saying nothing about black on black crime because that's not their agenda. They're not going to make no money from it. But as soon as someone from another community or a cop shoots a black man, all of a sudden you see them rush over and say Black Lives Matter. You see, Black Lives Matter doesn't matter to black people unless white people say it matters. That's what they didn't put, that last part. That Black Lives Matter doesn't matter to black people. And you can see in this situation. But let me show y'all the different responses that we got of why, if it happened to them, they would have done the same thing. So let me show y'all. See, Amy Schumer, white lady, said that she was traumatized from the slap. She didn't even get slapped, but she was already saying that she was traumatized from the slap. If that happened to her, as you can see, Amy Schumer, she said they would already be canceling this brother. They'll be taking him out, getting him arrested. They would have, so much a protest outside, women coming after this brother. Man, a lynch mob will be coming in to hang him alive. But you don't see that response when he slapped Chris Rock. They didn't even revoke his Oscar. What they need to do is revoke his Oscar to make it an example for other people. And this is only going to happen if there's enough black men going behind this to cancel Will Smith. to make an example, and we need to turn the tides, because the last 20, 30 years has been nothing but BS, and it's hurt the whole black community the way that we let entertainment just downgrade, make fun of black men. So even Jim Carrey, he said, white boy, if it was him, he would have done the same thing. He would have went straight to lawsuit. Forget trying to send him to jail. He would have went straight to lawsuit. And these are the type of responses that we need to do as a community before they can respect us. If we're just going to ignore this going willy-nilly, then see, they're not going to care about black men. Where is Black Lives Matter in this situation? You're not going to see them in this type of situation. They're not dealing with the real problem in the black community. 98% of the community, the homicide in the black community, is black on black crime. You don't see Black Lives Matter addressing this issue. It's only when money is involved. So look at this. Oscars even wrote a letter, says Sunday telecast of the 94th Oscar was meant to be a celebration of the many individuals in our community who did incredible work this past year. We are upset and outraged that those moments were overshadowed by unacceptable and harmful behavior on stage by a nominee. To be clear, we condemn Mr. Smith's actions that transpired Sunday night. Now, it's very good. So you see the white men, white women, Oscar white organization, they're all condemning this. They're still waiting for black people, black men in general, to condemn this. And we have. A lot of black communities have condemned them. And what we need to do also is now ask, as a group of black men, to ask to have his Oscars revoked. I know it's harsh, but it's the only way we're going to get respect. We need to respond the same way that other communities will respond when they do something to us. We don't, try to give a pass when it's somebody from our own community. That's why there's no respect on the street. You see black people shooting each other because they're not respecting each other. We need to give the same response that black men are not going to be out here shooting white men, white women, think they can get away with it. There's going to be people searching for them. And we need to do the same response if we want to stop this black on black crime. And if we need to use Will Smith as an example, then that's what we need to do. So that's what David Rubin says. Now, there's another problem within the black community is that Chris Rock says you got black people and then you got niggas. And Tiffany Haddish is an absolute modern day woman. Struggle Haddish with the short hair, the blonde hair, with the perming. She's on the same route to have that traction alopecia. And then 20 years from now, she's gonna be like Jada Pinkett talking about my hair's all lost. And she's gonna start doing this sad song, oh man, I'm losing all my hair. I'm suffering from Jada disease. Please, some guy come and help me. Oh, this is so unfair. That's the type of stuff Tiffany Haddish and the nonsense that we have to deal with is that they know what happened to Jada Smith with all the traction, permanent her hair, dyeing her hair, ruining her hair. And Tiffany Haddish is doing the same thing. And her response is, I hope Will Smith get that dick sucked tonight. I hope, he gets that booty clapping sound tonight. And this is the type of nonsense that we have to deal with in the black community, that we got two types of black people. So we're going to need to correct people like Tiffany Haddish who are making it as a joke and talking about, for that stat, I hope he gets his dick sucked. That's some of the silliest stuff. And I noticed that some women, when you get into fights with them, after you're done with the fight, they tell you want some head. Just to make up over all the arguments and everything, they think that just by offering sex that they can get over things. And a lot of times, some women will be weaponized sex against their men to get control of them. And that's what's going on with Will Smith. Like I mentioned in the last video, is that when you have these crazy women and they have that crazy coochie, they got that crazy hold on you and make you not think straight. So that's what's going on with Will Smith. He can't think straight. You saw when I read out August Alsina response, and it didn't make no sense. It was a bunch of words. That's because he's hooked on that crazy coochie. And that Tiffany Haddish, she looked crazy too. She looked like she got that crazy coochie too. So she's probably saying all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, make sure he did something bad today, so just make sure you hit him up tonight with that dick sucking and everything be all right. And that's temporary gratification. This is what we need to do. That we need to correct this type of behavior. This is getting out of hand as black people. Like, this snap has sent us back at least 20 years. Back to the 1980s. But let's go ahead and that's the female version of a Pookie. Let's go ahead and do listen to the game's response. He also has his response. Another rapper, rapper who's already past his prime, and he's saying the same type of BS that the regular guy, the regular black man. That's why we can't get anywhere, because we got brothers like Tiffany Haddish and the game saying the most ridiculous stuff. So you see, we gotta fight these two types of people. And the game, he's always trying to say something controversial so he can keep his name current. So he said the game is going off on people who are calling for Will Smith to be canceled. He needs to be canceled, brother. You need to get with the program, because if this was any other community that Will Smith slapped, he would have been canceled right away. Why is it when he slaps a black man, all of a sudden it's something different? So the game goes on to say they didn't even want to give it to him in the first place. He acted off of impulse and imposed a slap down out of frustration and embarrassment on behalf of his wife. Most people with opinions on the situation don't have a committed relationship, let alone a marriage over 20 years, to weigh in against his feelings in the matter. A lot of married couples did not like what Will Smith does. So I don't know what the game is talking about. But once again, you see the type of Negroes that we need to battle with. Because in the black community, we got two types of people. We got black people, uppity Negroes that are trying to make it, trying to do something for self. And then you got the other type, that's trying to bring us down. So the game goes on to say he's human, and comedy is not always an excuse to publicly humiliate people, especially while sitting front and center. Although violence anywhere is and should always be depicted in a negative light, this was a low-ass slap in defense of a woman battling a very different ants. Now, come on. Are you telling me that every time you go to a comedian show, that if they make fun of you, the game, that you're going to sit there? That's the correct thing to do. You're not going to go up there and slap every time a comedian says something crazy. You're going to slap them. Then people are not going to do comedy anymore. It's the same thing like in Living Color. They said that there's no way we can do In Living Color right now because cancel culture would have brought it down. So many people will be against all the material that they be talking about, making fun of, people that are disabled, making fun of gay people, making fun of fat people. The Wayne brothers said there's no way we can bring that back. But anyways, the one person that would hate Chris Rock more than Will Smith will be Chris Rock's ex-wife. And let's see what she has to say. Now this is Chris Rock's ex-wife, right here. If anybody hates Chris Rock the most, it'll be the ex-wife. And even she is in support of canceling Will Smith over this. That what he did was despicable and outrageous. Even though, it said right here, her name is Malak Compton Rock. Come on, guys. We need to do better with these names. How are you going to add Compton to your name? You don't need to put Compton in your name for people to know that you're from Compton.
She belongs to the streets.
That's right. She name like this, she belongs to the street. But anyways, joking aside, she said she's shocked. We're co-parenting our kids, and when she was watching the show with the kids, she was outraged by what was going on. Even though she hates Chris Rock, and going through that word, she hates Chris Rock. She still thinks that what happened to him was despicable. It's cold. So now, the reason why nothing is being done, once again, is because black men are not holding other black men accountable. And this is where Chris Rock, he needs to do something. Right now, he's remaining silent. He's hoping this stuff will blow over and, everything will go up. He needs to do the right thing. like what other cultures, other ethnic groups would have done, is do the police report, lay the lawsuit, and then speak out against this. That's what he needs to do as a black man right now. That's the right thing he needs to do. Not saying anything is the wrong thing to do, and and that's why we're always gonna have black on black crime. Is because black men are not talking and correcting other black men. So that's why. So that's why was so Chris Rock, he did a comedy skit this weekend, and they're asking him. Well, not this weekend, a day ago, and they all were asking him about the slap, and he said, I have this material for you guys before the slap, so I'm going to do this material first, and when I get everything processed, I'm going to do those videos, and a video on the slap is going to be on pay-per-view, and y'all going to have to pay for it. So Chris Rock said, don't worry, I got jokes, but y'all going to have to pay for it, for these jokes. He's going to put it on pay-per-view for 1 hour long roast. But let me see if I can go ahead and play this. The audio is not so good, so y'all just going to have to listen in close. I'm going to do as loud as I can, man.
I don't have like a bunch of shit about what happened. Somebody came, they did that. I had like a whole show I wrote before this weekend. And I'm still kind of processing what happened. So at some point I'll talk about that shit. And the service will be fun. I'm gonna tell some jokes. I'm gonna talk about, it's nice to just be out. How was your weekend?
Alright guys, I know it's kind of muffled, because somebody was struggle streaming from their phone and trying to pick up as best that they could, and then post it on Instagram. But pretty much what Chris Rock was saying was asking everybody in the crowd, how was your weekend? And everybody was laughing, and a lot of them were saying like, fuck Will Smith. A lot of people in the crowd were saying fuck Will Smith, and they kept cheering. That's why it was sounding real muffled. And he was telling the crowd, that I'm not going to be talking about the slap today. But don't worry, I will, and we'll have tons of jokes. I have a whole comedy skit that was prepared way before the Oscars. So I'm going to do it today, and then when I'm ready to do my 1 hour long roast, I'll have it on pay-per-view, and y'all going to have to pay for it. Oh, man. But anyways, guys, man, this was entertaining, guys. So that's all I got to do.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
So I hope you guys were thinking about this, that this is... We really got to think about this. So make sure y'all, before you guys leave, make sure y'all do something disrespectful to me and slap that like button. Alright? Anyways, guys, this is William from Nigarami with another video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. That's all I got to say about this video. Bye-bye!